Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. It is that time of the month again where we look at the top 100 monsters, well specifically the top 100 players and the monsters they're utilizing in player versus player. So this is PvP Corrupted Tournament 6 usage data. Huge shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for putting this together. So just a quick reminder that A stands for attack, D stands for defense, and T is the total. The ratio of players with pay-to-play corrupted as opposed to none this week was 96-4. So 96% of these players are spenders. Alright, let's see who is the #1 used monster. Keep in mind that by the time this data was out, CRUELECTREK was officially released into the game. I was thinking he was going to be in the top 3, or he might be in the top 5. Like, definitely in the top 5, but I'm even going to go ahead and guess that he's going to be a top 3 monster. So I'm thinking Spec is going to be the top monster, followed by Mouseron, followed by CRUELECTREK. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. As for everyone else, it's probably going to be the same. I don't think it's changed too much. Let's see. So we do still have Spec in #1, mostly being used on offense. Look at that. 52 on offense, 15 on defense, 67 total. And that's because offensively, there's so many different ways to utilize this monster. You can run this monster with speed runes and do Dispelling Fist to get rid of all positive effects, especially if you're facing double Megaton bases, right? Normally getting through double Megaton is difficult, but if you can just Dispelling Fist and clear that, you can easily eliminate the attacker, who will probably be a Kage. Which, by the way, he's probably also going to be one of the top monsters, like top 4. Oh, look, there it is. Kage is actually in 2nd place, and I already see Mouseron in 3rd. So I was wrong about CRUELECTREK. He did not make it into the top 3. So Kage, 56, mostly being used on defense. Yeah, that makes total sense to me. Not really being used on offense. So specifically there, just to take on any monster with extra turns, or to take on unrelenting assaults. Makes complete sense to me. By the way, if you haven't heard me say this before, either in a live stream or in a video, the only 2 monsters I tell players that are worth using Ledum on are these 2 monsters, Spec and Kage. Pierce Mechanic and Anticipation. That is the only thing I recommend using Ledum. And of course the Megaton monsters like Mouseron, Ollie, Hammergrom, any Megaton monster that gets released, I also think using Ledum. The thing with the Megaton monsters is you only really need to take them to rank 3, to where they have their status caster Megatons, then you can stop. Or if you want to get the most out of them with the talent, specifically Soul Drag, then you can take them all the way to rank 5. But in terms of like offense and defense, these are the 2 monsters you can actually use Ledum on and not regret it. Every other monster, I would say, you could pretty much not use your Ledum on it, just save your Ledum. I don't know how you would rank up the other monsters, I guess you wouldn't. But if you want to try to be competitive, these 2 monsters are the way to go. By the way, this was a maze monster, so a free-to-play monster. Kage was a race monster, so I would also consider that free-to-play. So the top 2 monsters in the game have been free-to-play monsters. Mouseron was a $50 monster, the exclusive Golden Pass. However, he's not even a necessity, I would say. We also have Shelly, another $50 monster. Also, I would say, not a necessity. Not a necessity. There's other Megaton monsters. Obviously, they're the better Megaton monsters, but whatever. Alright, so Mouseron is 28 and 25. Shelly is 39 and 11. So Shelly has more offensive use than that of Mouseron. Mouseron is really split down the middle. And look, here we have CRUELECTREK at 49. So he almost took 4th place. Almost took Shelly out. 21 on offense, 28 on defense. CRUELECTREK is such a powerful monster. I wouldn't be surprised if he does make his way to the top 3. Like, look how close he was. Look how close he was. Mouseron at 53, Shelly at 50, CRUELECTREK at 49. If only 4 more players would have used CRUELECTREK, it would have been tied with Mouseron. Or if some players replaced Mouseron with CRUELECTREK, he would have taken 3rd place. So, even though I was wrong, it's close enough, right? It's close enough. Man, that is crazy, especially because this monster just came out. And the players that got this monster most likely spent the $100 to get him at rank 5 and start utilizing him. This guy is crazy. This guy has, even though he's a thunder monster, he has fire-based attacks, thunder-based attacks, light-based attacks. This monster has, I think, even like a strong 0 cooldown skill that he can utilize, 0 cooldown, 0 stamina. He has artifacts, so you can't apply dots on him. You can't deny this monster. So he is like, he's that monster that you literally need to take down with complete, absolute brute force. So you can rainbow build them, you can triple strength them, you can double strength. Like, there's so many ways to use this monster. You can run him with double Megaton, so it doesn't have to be Kage, although Kage still probably works better since he has Anticipation, so he can counter unrelenting assaults. Oh my gosh, there's so many ways to use this monster. He's powerful. So these are the top 5. And actually now, this guy is, like, exclusively paywall and needed, right? Where, again, Shelly, there's other Megaton monsters. Yeah, Shelly's really good, it can revive. And Mouseron, I would say not needed. But this guy, definitely behind a paywall if you wanted to get him. The Shelly you can technically get free to play now through offers and through gems, but still I would consider it like originally paywall monster. But yeah, so SP is definitely up, and there's too many free-to-play monsters in the top. We need to put some more paywall monsters. But yeah, these are the top 5. All right, let's see who is next. We have Cryo Crawler, still a cosmic monster hanging on in there. So he doesn't want to leave Shelly alone. So Cryo at 33, that is definitely a drop though compared to 49 over here. So mostly used on defense. Keep in mind this monster still has taunts even if you take away Mega Taunt. We have Master Rat at 24. I feel like there will be a day when Master Rat is no longer even in the toughies category. Like, his usage is definitely going to fall more and more. Mostly used on defense. That is interesting to me. Bombeta at 22. Look who's outlasting. Just to give you guys an idea of the monsters that last through the meta, it's always the Megatons, right? Because these monsters, Megatons, you literally place them into any team and they're usable. It doesn't matter if you're running double denier, it doesn't matter if you're running double attacker, it doesn't matter what you're running on, what else you're running. You just need a Megaton to be able to absorb whatever the enemy has going first. So yeah, we have Shelly, followed by Cryo, followed by Bombeta, and then we have the Dew. The Dew's at 20, 11 for offense, 9 on defense. This guy has anticipation, can remove positive effects, extra turn, trade disable. Alright, cool. We have Jakuna High. This monster got some pretty heavy usage at 19 total, mostly for defense. I wonder if we have a taunt monster. I wonder if they're being used with Cryo Crawlers, or are they going to be used with, I don't know, Bornat, or who else? Modrak? I don't think Modrak's going to be in here. So, I guess we'll see. We have Cats. Remember, this was a monster that came out when Lady Meow came out. So, these two monsters came out together. This was the free Legend Pass monster. This was the paywall monster. So, 6 offense, 11 defense. 11, it sounds like they swapped. They literally swapped. That's funny. Alright, Lady Meow dodge area monster. We have Chuckle Muckle, anticipation monster. And one thing to keep in mind as I go through these monsters is the monster's traits. So once again, Pierce, Anticipation, Megataunt, Artifact, Megataunt, Skipping Master Rat, Megataunt, Anticipation, Dodge Area. Don't know what this monster has in terms of a trait, but transforms into a baby. Dodge Area, Anticipation. As you can see, a lot of Anticipation, a lot of Dodge Area, a lot of Megataunt. So when thinking about what corrupted monsters to rank up, hopefully that gives you an idea. Alright, we have Panikin hanging on in there, 3 on offense, 11 on defense. We have Lindworm, 11 and 2. Turn transferring monster. We have Ollie. There we go. Ollie, I think, is finally going up and up. I'm waiting for the day that he replaces, like, the Bombetas and the Cryo Crawlers. So Ollie's at 8 and 4. We have Rotten, 1 and 10. This monster blocks Resurrection and revives, I think. I know he revives. He might not block Resurrection. I know he can put a damage protection to your team, I think. We have Fompidostral, 6 and 2. Oh, Modrak did make it up here. Nice. 3 and 4, 7. This monster was also just released. So it's pretty interesting to see him used already with this much usage. Where even Bornat, the first top monster, is not out here. And Modrak, remind me if this monster has a revival. I don't know if this monster has a revival essence or not. Bornat does. Between the two, I personally like Bornat a little more. But yeah, Modrak is over here, 3 and 4. We have Hammergrom, the other Megataunt corrupted monster, at 2-5. We have Elvira at 6 for offense. That is interesting. I actually don't know why. Because with Dispelling Fist, it doesn't matter if you have Warmaster Elvira. Right? Dispelling Fist just kills your Elvira, and wow, that's interesting to me. And we have Bornat and 1 and 4, so this is my favorite of the top monsters. We have Wormhole 2 and 2. This is a trade disabled corrupted monster. We have Tabor just dying. Look at that, 1 and 3. Thalassa dying. This monster used to be double digits. Now it's at 4. Wow, we have Lord Platypus at 4. And this makes sense, like, the Lindworm, Thalassa, Madam Fusion stuff, that doesn't work when you have Kage at such a high usage. Alright, but let us scroll down. What else do we have? Wormhole Platypus at 4. Anticipation monster, can make your whole team dodge area. Rucha at 3. Neurofunk 2 and 1. Yaoguai, this is the free Season 3 Legends Pass monster. We have Daedalus, the OG Mythic Megataunt monster. We have Igoribuki at 2. We have Ferrata, another Anticipation monster, although nowhere on the caliber of that of Kage, because Kage is an attacker, so you get more usage out of it. Hardy is definitely dying at 2. Man, there's going to be a season when we look at the top 100, and Hardy's no longer in here. That's going to be crazy. We have Gartox at 2. That's interesting. We have Charmless, extra turner attacker. We have Ignis, 1-1. Solifer, another top monster at 1. We have Flamera, 1 on offense. Santerion, 1 on offense. Again, when it comes to a Megataunt monster, you can use any Megataunt just to absorb the first attack. It could even be a Dunraw. We have Zorky. We have Dratis. We have Colonel Pip. We have Lonrad, a resurrection monster. We have Leaflin. We have Ragnarok, Grakon, Renata, another top monster. Another dodge area monster. We have Rockilla. We have Robo Elf. Poor Robo Elf. No one even cares about this artifact monster anymore now that there's CRUELECTREK. We have Wingsu, a dodge area monster. Vanoss, Pierce, Steam Wrath, extra turn attacker. Can attack forever, especially with Ferris. So these two are probably being used together. We have Eggnog, troll monster. We have Teddy VR, another troll monster. Slegazoid, I would say troll monster. We have Bruce Wayne, and then we have Tabora Sister at 1. And so yeah, these are the top monsters. So let's scroll all the way up. So top 5, once again, Spec, Kage, Mouseron, Shelly, and CRUELECTREK. What do you guys think? How are these numbers going to look at the end of Season 7? Do you think any of the new monsters that are released in Season 4 of the Corrupted Era are going to change anything? Or maybe not. Or how do you think? Do you think CRUELECTREK is going to take top 3? I personally believe so. So that is going to be interesting to see. It'll be super interesting if Spec, Kage, and CRUELECTREK are top 3, and then we have a Megaton monster in 4th place. That'd be interesting. So yeah, let's just see how everything ends up. Once again, a huge shout out to ML Competitive Wiki for putting this together. Link in the description if you want to follow this blog. Thank you guys very much, and remember to subscribe.